Good morning, Halo. This is my little video message to you. I felt you come beside me, not last night, but the night before. I felt you reach out your hand and put it on top of my leg while I was lying in bed. And I felt you tickling me in my armpits. um, So to those of you who have just joined me and have started watching this video, I've just actually said a few words to my little girl Halo. So I'm shouting out to her. She's actually been murdered, as far as I can tell, through my psychic ability and through my powers of deduction and figuring things out. If she wasn't murdered, then she can teleport. But yeah, I felt my little girl's spirit Halo right here in this room with me. And she reached out her hand and put it on my leg, and I felt that as well. And I was actually watching a movie at the time, and it was nighttime. So it's interesting that a lot of my psychic ability is happening at night, where I feel free to be me, to think how I want to think, and I'm not bound by the need to conform to whatever is happening around me. I can just be a free spirit at night and be free to explore the spiritual realm, if you like. For those of you who do have psychic ability, or who do have spirit sight, which is what I like to call it as well, I can relate, and I hope you can relate with this. My little girl Halo, I'm calling her Halo because I don't know her real name at the moment, but I hope to find out. She tickled my armpits, and I actually woke up to a little finger tickling under my arm, each of my armpit. Not yesterday morning, not this morning, but the morning before. So this is just a little video for people who do have psychic ability, who do have spirit sight, who are able to see people, children, probably even animals who have deceased. Yes, animals too, who are deceased, whose bodies have deceased, but their spirit lives on. And that's what I saw, not last night, but the night before. And it's a really beautiful thing. I remember looking at her. She was almost in my peripheral vision because I was watching a movie, and I saw her sort of in my peripheral vision. And she's just got a pure spirit, a pure soul. She's just a beautiful little girl. So I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Gotta let it show. I'm coming. So yeah, I'm coming out I'm going public about everything, and I mean everything. From the abuse in my family, from the abuse that I committed when I was 11, 12 years old, from the fact that, oh yeah, all these horrible things. You guys are just going to have to read if you've read my first affidavit, which is online at www.globalmaori.info, kudos to you. I appreciate you. I thank you very much. I am trying to expose the cycle of child abuse in our country, how it starts, how it progresses, how it creates new converts, how people who murder and rape and abuse children are 9 times out of 10 likely to have had it done to them. The only other way that they would be doing it is if they're really racist, and racism is another very, very big thing in our hearts and minds that needs to be dealt with and sorted out. And yeah, there's also you guys. Yeah, you guys just need to read my affidavit. There's stuff in there that I don't like to talk about, which I will end up talking about eventually, but Yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out to Halo. Halo, if you're sitting here beside me, if you're around me, if you're here in front of me and I can't see you, even though I saw you not last night but the night before, please hear this. Please hear me. I love you so much, and I want you to know that I feel your spirit around me, and you know, my real daughter Shalise, you know, she's gonna have she will have difficulty, a little bit of difficulty accepting the fact that I now love little girls like you just as much as I love her. But I know she will understand, because I told her last night, and she got the message when she was only like 2 years old, when I bought her a little telephone. I said to her, baby, if you were me, you would love these girls just like me. And that's the end of the story. And you know, it's very hard to explain how you can get information, how you can give information from the here and now, and a little girl will hear that like how many years ago? 2005, 2004? About 2004, maybe coming up to 2005. So back in 2004, this video that I am recording now, my little girl Shalise was perceiving some of what I'm saying when she was only 2 years old. One and a half, maybe 1 3/4, maybe almost 2 years old. So she was an amazing little girl, and this, what I'm giving you a little bit of insight about now is what it means to have a psychic ability so strong that you can download information from years ahead of your time. When I was about 4 or 5 years old, I downloaded information from the year 2011. Now, it wasn't the kind of information that well, put it this way, when I was around about 6 years old, so a couple of years later, I downloaded information about 9/11, when the Twin Towers were destroyed, the World Trade Center, and when the planes flew into them. And I told my dad about this at the time, and he wrote some letters about it. So if all goes according to plan, I'll find, thanks to the help of not only my daughter Shalise, but my other girls, my other heart adopted girls who ran away from the SIF system and ended up with me. And I've got some things to tell about that as well. So yeah, I guess I've got to just maybe write this whole thing down and segment it. Maybe I should like really get back into writing my book, but I haven't got my computer at the moment, so it's a little bit difficult. So yeah. Anyway, for I guess I'm just trying to help people understand what it's like to be able to see into the future, to see into the past, to see into the present without actually being in the situation. It's a phenomenal thing, but I've lived with it so long. I do believe I was born with this gift, because I know my daughter Shalise certainly was, and some of my other heart adopted girls probably were as well. I'd really like to just, I don't know, run some seminars on that topic alone, being able to see the future, being able to speak